my nose. Ugh. Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. It is Mike here once again. Hi, I feel like it's been absolutely ages and ages and ages since I filmed a video, just sat in front of the camera that wasn't like a vlog. So hi, welcome. Hope this isn't going to be too rambly. Let me start today by saying welcome to September. Can't believe we're here, but I love this time of year. It is my favourite. I love autumn, I love September and October, I love how the weather changes and you get all the colours, and it gets a bit cozier and but still not too cold. Like winter is coming, but it's not yet here. And I do like this in-between bit where pumpkin spice lattes are out, and I haven't had one yet, and I'm holding on for that moment when I'm desperate for one and I can go and get one. I just love a pumpkin spice latte. Groundbreaking, I know, but still. So today's video is about lemon cake. Let's start with lemon cake. So obviously Great British Bake Off is back on our screens, and who doesn't love the Bake Off? And so it's inspired me to get back into the kitchen. Amongst other things, I have made some cookies recently, some chocolate orange cookies. I will link them below. And I recently made a lemon tray bake. A little bit of a story behind the lemon tray bake. So first things first, it's a Mary Berry recipe, and I haven't made anything by Mary Berry before, which is mad. And I think I've been watching the last season of Bake Off to be on the BBC on Netflix recently, the one where, spoiler alert, Candice wins. And I've been watching it on my lunch break in work and just really enjoying myself, and it's been inspiring. And then obviously the new series has started. What do we think about the new series? Do we like it? I really liked last week's first episode. I thought it was really entertaining. I liked the bunch of people, a couple I'm not too sure about, but that's okay. And the baking was awesome. Those 3D biscuits that they did, like selfies, like how, that's wild. Well, where would you begin? How would I begin to make a 3D selfie biscuit that has to stand upright? No, I am not that kind of baker. But anyway, it's inspired me to get back into the kitchen. So I had some lemons knocking around my fridge that needed to kind of either be used or to go in the bin. And so I turned them into lemon cake, as I often do with things that are just about to be thrown away. I like feeling very smug that I've used something that was otherwise not going to get used and made it into something wonderful. So I like that, and I made this lemon cake. And the other reason I made this lemon cake was because my friend Jess is getting married in 9 months. She's only got 9 months, but she's good. And she wants one of her tiers of her wedding cake to be lemon, but she is gluten intolerant. So we have been discussing and trying to look and find recipes for lemon cake that are gluten-free, but that actually still taste nice and have that nice cake texture, because we've both been experimenting in gluten-free baking, and if you have, you'll understand that a lot of the time it makes a very dry cake, not fluffy. It doesn't rise as much. There's a whole bunch of stuff that goes kind of wrong when you take the gluten out of the flour. So I wanted to try this particular recipe because it was so simple, and I think when you're making a cake you need for a wedding a cake, because her mum Sam is making the cake for her wedding. So we were looking to see if we can find a recipe that might work. So I made this lemon tray bake using normal gluten full flour, and I wanted to see what the texture was like and what it tasted like. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to make this recipe a few times using different types of flour, and maybe varying the recipe with other ingredients to make the best lemon cake possible that would actually work. So we're going to try a few different flours. So if you are in my inner circle at home or at work, you're going to be tasting lemon cake for a little while. Not that that's any hardship, because lemon cake is my favourite cake. So I made the lemon cake. I'm going to link the recipe below. I'm putting it as a separate video just because too long. It'll be too long and not interesting. I tried to be really fancy and have the camera on the tripod looking down into my bowls. Please let me know if you think it was a success or not. It was alright. It was easier to do than I thought, but not at all flattering. well. So lemon cake, so the one that I'm going to link below, so there's going to be a bit of a lemon cake saga now, probably across YouTube, and I'm going to report the results back to you. The first one we had normal self-raising flour, and I have a few thoughts about it. The first, on the day of baking, it was quite crumbly, and I didn't know whether it should be that crumbly. So I was a bit like, I don't know whether this is going to be the right recipe. But the next day, it cut really nicely and didn't fall apart as much. So I'm chuffed with that. The other thing that I did do was I used baking spread as per the recipe's instructions, rather than butter, and I normally use butter with baking, so that was a new experience. It was quite cool because you can leave it in the fridge and it's still spreadable, so it's always soft, so that's nice and simple and skips a step, but doesn't taste like butter, it tastes like spread. Not that that's a bad thing. I wouldn't say that it tasted like different to a normal cake, but sometimes you kind of miss the taste of butter. So the plan is to find out which flour is best, and then try that flour with butter rather than the marge, and we'll see how that works. Also, strangely, it was a lemon drizzle, and it has a sugar drizzle on the top that you brush over the top, and it was really crunchy, and that's really nice. But most lemon drizzle recipes have you poke holes in the cake and then pour the drizzle over, so it like seeps down into the cake. This recipe didn't have that, it just goes on the top. So it's like a lemon sugary crunch on the top of the cake, which was divine, but I think maybe next time I'd like to try poking some holes too, so the syrup goes in as well, because that makes it more moist. Ooh, that was hard to say. I'm also over my fear of the word moist. Used to not like it, now I'm over it. Moist, moist, moist. Said it too much. Yeah, so this is the beginning of, I just dribbled everywhere. Note to self, swallow tea before speaking on camera. Yeah, so there's going to be a bunch of lemon cake recipes, and I'm going to record my thoughts afterwards as well. I think it'd be really interesting. It's like the hunt for the perfect gluten-free lemon drizzle cake. That's what this is, and I personally find that quite interesting, and if you're keen on baking, I hope that you will enjoy this little series of videos. It may take me a little while, but that's okay. I will come back and link all the videos below and make a playlist so you can see what the playlist is about in this video, and then see the recipes and how they turned out. So yeah, lemon drizzle. Let the lemon drizzle cake making commence. Cheers. Thanks very much for watching, guys. I'll speak to you soon. Bye.